where I work, we're supposed to have a separate
All right, well, I finally made it out of Red's Meadow, and I'm back at where I got off the PCT and where my wonderful family surprised me right here. And I slightly started crying because I was so tired and emotional and happy to see them and happy to be here. But yeah, I wanted to be more disciplined, and I spent 5 nights in Mammoth / Red's Meadow. The first 3 nights made sense. First night was with my family. The next 2 nights, a lovely friend let me stay at their condo. They had it for 2 nights, and so I was like, I guess I'll stay for 2 nights. And that's made sense since I had such a rough, difficult week. But then when I got into Red's Meadow, it was getting kind of late. There was no camping spots out of Red's Meadow for a while, and so these guys were like, hey, we already paid for a campsite, you're welcome to sleep there. And I'm like, great, I'll do that. We'll have a beer for 4th of July, and then I'm gonna hike out. But then all of us the next day for the 4th of July started listening to some American music, just random songs, celebrating the country. We were drinking beer, and it just escalated, and then we just kept hanging out, and then we got a cabin. And some of their friends from Hong Kong came in, and so we all, 8 of us, split this cabin for really cheap, but it was really nice, and we all just hung out. And then slept in, which was great. Woke up, ate breakfast, finished postcards, and now I'm finally leaving, which is fine and great. I had a great time. But I started kind of having some good self-reflection and realizing that I actually need to not do that anymore or as much. My next big stop is going to be South Lake Tahoe. I'm from Reno, so my dad said he's going to come pick me up, take me home, and I'm going to be home for a few days. I'm going to see some of my best friends from there, I'm sure, hang out with the family, the dog, all of that. But after that, I really need to understand that if I keep taking this many days off, I'm not going to make it to Canada. So it was a good little self-reflection that I had. I've had a blast up to this point, but especially after I hit that 1,000-mile mark, and especially after I get out of the Sierra Nevada, I'm really going to need to, be careful of my time in town. The one good thing, though, is that I feel like I'm physically capable to do enough miles to make all of this up. So it's just going to take a lot of discipline on my end, on my part, and I'm kind of excited for the challenge. But I really want to see this to the end. And towns are so great, but I really have to, deny myself. Just make sure I get enough rest, resupply, do what I need to, but then leave. But Mammoth is beautiful today. There's still a lot of smoke in the air, and I can still see the smoke ahead, but I think it's getting better, which is good because the smoke makes me sick and gives me headaches, like I'm sure it does to a lot of people. So anyway, I'm gonna hike. It's about 2 p.m. or something, so not sure how far I'll go today, but I'm just gonna hike, until I drop. All right, looking at the smoke. I also wanted to thank Jen from Sparks, Nevada. Ironically, I'm also Jen from Sparks, Nevada, and Daniel from the company Wild Grapple. Both of them sent me just amazing care packages, very thoughtful things, food and hats and tent stakes and just incredible stuff. So thank you so much again for just all of the support and the thoughtfulness and the effort. It's fueling every section of my trip. So thank you so very much. And thanks to some of my coworkers who sent me a box to Tuolumne. I don't know if I'm spelling or saying that correctly, but they sent me a little something. So thankfully, I think the trail goes right through it, so I don't have to like get off trail. But I have enough food basically to get to Tahoe, which is almost 200 miles. So my pack is outrageously heavy. And it's funny because the friends I met from Hong Kong were trying to put my pack on, and the girls couldn't. They couldn't even pick up my pack. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's how heavy my pack is. It's not good. But I do have a lot of food. And I do have avocados and peaches and blocks of cheese and tortillas, and that stuff's really heavy. So yeah, my back's feeling it. But after a few days and I eat a lot of that heavy stuff, it'll hopefully feel better. But that's not good when other PCT hikers can't even pick up your pack. And they're like, wow, you're so strong. And I'm like, no, I'm just really dumb. Because a lot of people are stopping in Tuolumne, so they're only carrying like maybe 2 days worth of food. And then people are stopping off at Sonora Pass because you can get into Bridgeport or Kennedy Meadows North from there. So then they're only carrying that much food, and then they're taking the rest to Tahoe. And I'm just like, whew, I'm just gonna try to make it all the way to Tahoe because that's home for me. And I know I'm gonna wanna spend some time there, so I'm gonna try to make it there without stopping. But it's heavy, you guys, but I know I can do it. I can do it. All right, so I just got off on a side trail to go to the base of Devil's Postpile. I know that you can see it from the PCT, but I think this trail takes you to the base of it, and this is something I've just wanted to see because it's so cool, I think, from the pictures and videos I've seen. But it's gonna add like 1.5 miles or 2 miles, but round trip, but that's okay. I think this will be pretty cool. I can kind of see it now, and it's just weird looking, but really cool. So I'm excited to be doing this, but even though it's gonna add extra miles, but that's okay. I'm out here for an adventure. The Devil's Postpile. It is really cool. The trail's not that bad. It's about 3/4 of a mile down and obviously back up. But you have to take a side trail from the PCT to get to the base of it. There's a lot of people, but it's really cool. So I highly recommend. There's a deer. Goodness, this place is so beautiful. This is the first time I've put up my tent in a very long time because the mosquitoes are awful out here. They were really bad in this last section, but I just have like hundreds swarming me, and I've been putting like bug spray on, but nothing's working. And so I just found a little camp spot, and I was like, all right, that's it. I'm stopping and putting my tent up and getting inside and just having a break from those little things. So that's what I did. But the sunset is just so beautiful. I was out there watching it and just like trying to ignore all the mosquitoes because it was so beautiful. But it feels good to be back on trail, and I'm excited to do this next section and to get to Tahoe. I'm getting close to the 1,000-mile mark and then even closer to the halfway point, so I'm really excited. I feel good even taking that many days off. I felt pretty good hiking today. So anyway, gonna try to get some sleep soon and have a great day tomorrow. Hope you guys are doing well.